Hello guys, Nightspectre here, bringing you another League of Legends cast, not 0 minutes into the game because they have been very hard to find lately, so I have to say I'm sorry. It will be 1 minute games for now until I find a better way to record stuff, but knowing right, it'll be a while. Still waiting for that replay system, but really, until then, it's just going to have to be this way. Hopefully, nothing will happen in the first 1 minute of a game, but if something happens in the game before the first minute, then I will not cast it. So it's easy as that. Nothing happens, so there is nothing to be afraid of. Let's go over the teams quickly, because I have a minute less to say stuff. So as you can see, Lucian, he will be the AD carry, supported by a Janna, who will be the support. A Rammus will be ramming along just nicely in the jungle. We have a top Rengar, not a jungle Rengar, never mind. And an Orianna, who will be in the middle. She will be up against an Ahri, who is for now helping the jungler. Well, not Wukong, he is a top laner. It is the Kha'Zix who is going to jungle for red team. Then we have Ezreal and Blitzcrank, who is going to be a Monsieur bottom lane, trying to do the old trickaroo, where you just grab someone in the dragon pit when they stop doing red. But they were smart enough, blue team, to go to the bottom lane. So, as they are fighting, let me arrange the players. Because you guys like that, don't you? Oh, that's a nice grab actually by Blitzcrank. Of course, on level 1 it doesn't really do anything all that much. Unless you have a huge minion wave, which they didn't. Rengar is doing a lot of damage on Wukong there. Of course, he needs to be careful for minions, but other than that, a fair trade indeed. Rengar's regeneration is a little bit better than that of Wukong, of course. Wukong, realizing this, has of course bought himself a crystalline flask, so he will be fine for now. He needs to be relatively careful, of course, for a possible jungle initiation, but same goes for Rengar and the Kha'Zix, so all in all, it should be relatively fine. And there we go. I placed them all. Oh, someone is going hard here. It's Rengar that is going down first. Who would have expected it? Well, I kinda did. A little bit too overzealous there by Rengar. Did he use a potion? I don't know if he did, and he should have, to be fair. Ah well, it's his funeral, I suppose. So first blood for Wukong. It'll help him dramatically. Or drastically. Well, both, probably. As for bottom lane, it will be quite an easy lane until, of course, Blitzcrank lands his hooks. Then again, all that Janna needs to do is place an Eye of the Storm on top of the AD carry or herself. And she should be fine. Charm landing there by Ahri, but Command Protect is all that you need as an Orianna. Yeah, I don't really like playing against an Orianna as an Ahri, and it'll show probably around level 5 or 6, depends how the Orianna plays, of course, but considering it's a high level. That's a nice grab on Janna. She is a very squishy person, however, not the person you want to focus when there's a Lucian that just can go berserk onto your team. Dear god, bottom lane taking a pain there from Lucian, however, because of the Mystic Shot landing there by Ezreal, they were able to return the favor just a little bit. Mid lane is also going quite equal. It's good. Some good stuff. Wukong did not lose his lane yet. He should probably be fine. Rengar was unable to buy all that much. Blitzcrank wants to go for a hard grab. Gets the Janna again. She just shields herself. Lucian gets exhausted. Blitzcrank wants to go deep. Janna is one hit away from dying. Blitzcrank wants to flash after her, but he doesn't have any ranged abilities. You crazy coot. Oh, there was a Kha'Zix going there, so a reason the more not to flash in that aggressively. Oh well. A flash burn for Blitzcrank, a flash burn from Janna, the heal burn for Lucian as well, and as well for Ezreal. So, all in all, an equal trade once more. Blitzcrank is very low on mana. He has enough... No, he doesn't even have enough for a pool. So, if blue team knows this, then they could harass him a little bit. Oh, well, not anymore. Blitzcrank now has the mana for at least a pool. Not yet for the Power Fist, though. He's waiting for the... Well, he doesn't wait, so he's going to take a beating now. Ezreal landing a Mystic Shot should make it all fine. The junglers have actually been fairly quiet, except for Kha'Zix, who just said hello on the bottom lane for a short while. I'm quite surprised, really, especially by the Rammus. It's not the easiest lane for him to gank, especially, well, Wukong, who can just use his clone to get away. Ahri, once she's level 6, will be hard to gank as well, but she isn't level 6 yet, so it would have been a great timing for her to just... for him to just go after her. All in all, he's now trying to counter jungle onto the Kazakhs. He is going to find it. Bottom lane at the meantime got a kill, but for now, I'm going to check out how this jungle invade goes. It isn't going all that well. And actually, it's in Rammus is going to have to run away really fast. Ooh, no, Rengar actually got hit there. Wukong going in hard. One more auto attack will do, and it will do. Rammus, however, with the puncturing towns, get Kazakhs underneath the turret, but now he's all by himself again. Thank God he has his defensive ball curl. Let's go back and see how the bottom lane went. It was a very long time ago, though, so yeah, 45 seconds ago. Back when everything was peaceful on bottom lane and top lane. Dynamic camera, I'm not interested in your moves. Blitzcrank actually missed a hook there, so it must be all Azrael then. Is he going to arcane shift aggressively? Yes, he is. So, a quick and easy kill there for Azrael. Lucian not able to do anything much to him. The minions were, of course, not in his advantage at all, so it's what happens. And then we can see the kill once more. A double flash for red team, but at the very least they barely got the flash out of Rengar. Timing, man, it's everything. And then Rammus, of course, is escaping, not escaping, with his little health. So that's Rengar dying again on the top lane. He's 0-2. He is equal on loss hits though, so it's not all that bad for him as of yet. Still, 2 kills in favor of Wukong will mean that Wukong will get very strong really early, which is not a thing you want. I really like Wukong's, not in the laning phase but in the team fights, and if he is winning the laning phase, then he is going to win team fights for his team. It's just easy as that. That Cyclone is just so incredibly strong, especially against a team like, well, to be fair, the disengage potential with Orianna and Janna are there. But Rengar, who is some guy that jumps in, and as well as Rammus, they will not be able to escape it. Then again, they're not the prime targets yet. Rengar might be. He is going for a Ravenous Hydra first, so he is going to be relatively squishy. However, he must. He wants to ace the Azrael as fast as possible, which will be very hard to do. Especially if you get caught by the Cyclone of Wukong, and Azrael can of course just arcane shift away. As well as Ahri, she can use her Spirit Rush to just get away from Rengar as well, so all in all they should be fine. If they fight in the jungle, however, I must say the fights are in favor of blue team. So, red team, just do not fight in jungles. It's for the best. Blitzcrank wants to go hard. Will he get the grab? Well, he gets the Eye of the Storm for free. Rengar actually wants to go for a quick kill on the Wukong. It is a jungle. He is going to land on the Wukong. Cyclone is coming through. He hit the clone first with the Savagery, so that will mean goodbye, Rengar. 0-3 for you, buddy. And 3-0 for the Monkey King, who has a Brutalizer. Well, he already had it. But he is going to turn that one into a, well, probably not. He's going to keep it as a Brutalizer. Pink ward for pink. A very deep pink ward for Blitzcrank, though. I find that this pink ward is very hard to defend. However, if you think you're going to push the lane very hard, then by all means, try and defend it. But Janna is already there. She's getting caught off by Blitzcrank, though. So she is going to have to run away pretty far, which should be easy for a Janna. Blitzcrank just going blindly into the enemy's jungle. They should, well, timing-wise, blue buff has just respawned, so they should know that there is not a Rammus in sight. So they still have a small window in which that pink ward could still survive, but other than that, I don't believe that it'll live for that long. Well, what Blitzcrank probably tried to do with that pink ward was to destroy the ward that was here without having to use a sweeper, because he still doesn't have it. And why should he? He wanted the boots of mobility first. Which I can understand, I suppose, because if you can get gangs down, it is worth it. Oh my, that's 2 ultimates. Well, no, that's not an ultimate blow, but it is at the very least a roam blown by Blitzcrank and then an ultimate by Orianna. Is it over? Blitzcrank wants some more. He needs to run away from Rengar, though, as a dynamic camera goes berserk. Was 0-4 into the game for red team. It is about 1,500 gold lead for now. And that's a Kazakhs dying to Rengar, so he is invading the jungle quite efficiently. Gets a kill finally, but is going to die again to the Wukong, who just cyclones away for today. Blitzcrank takes the kill though, so that's not that bad. He gets the red buff as well for it, so all in all, not that bad, Blitzcrank, not that bad. Lucian wants to fight one-on-one with the, well, it's not a one-on-one, a heal being used there by Azrael to movement speed him into victory, but you cannot escape a power balling Rammus, you fool! 2 kills for blue team. So yeah, that 1500 gold lead is only 1000 now, but it's still there. They could have maybe gone for a dragon, but because Rammus was so low, it was too risky. Ahri is being pushed though by Orianna. Well, if she places her ball to farm, but she is going to harass instead, which also works out, I suppose. I realized that this chat is way too far down. There we go. Ram is actually almost dead there. Well, he gets the minions. And when you get the golems, you get the money, and with the money you can buy all sorts of stuff. We'll see what he purchases. And he buys... well, that's a relic, I suppose. I mean a ruby. That's a great gank coming down from both Kha'Zix and Blitzcrank. He uses his red buff efficiently to give himself a blue buff now. So good job, Blitzcrank. Try to go for a dragon perhaps with your team. I don't know. Ahri is a little bit too low and, well... I mean, Janna wants to go hard there. You're just a Janna girl. And now Rengar again tried to go for some cheeky kills, but they know your tactic by now, son. You will be dead before you know it. Nice pull in by Blitzcrank, but it's not the right target. A very great Monsoon by Janna though, but it is also not enough. Now it's going to be a double kill for Kha'Zix with the Void Spikes. And actually a triple kill because he also got the Rengar. Indeed, you were right, old lady that comments on this game. Whoever you are. Sorry if I say you're an old lady. You just sound like an old lady. Doesn't mean you are. Yeah, you're not an old lady. Maybe around your 40s. Doesn't mean you're old. Regardless, it's 2-9 and the gold lead is finally expanding like crazy. Wukong is now in the middle. Going to take a beat down for that. Nice skin there, Wukong. Happy Halloween to you too. I mean harrowing. Harrowing. Just call it Halloween. It's not that hard. Oh well, everyone his own Mitos, I suppose. Farm-wise, is not looking too good for blue team as well. Only Orianna is having a lead, which is normal because she's an Orianna. She can farm fairly easily throughout the entirety of the game. Early, late, I can farm it all, baby. At the first I have powerful auto attacks, and then afterwards my dissonance will just farm it all away. As well as a power, the word attack. Command attack, yeah. I was mixing World of Warcraft with League of Legends. That never happened before. That was cool. I'm starting to miss World of Warcraft. Can you believe it? It's because of an anime I'm watching, Lock Horizon. And of course the new expansion of World of Warcraft is coming out as well, which reminds me of the good old times. The Burning Crusade was my favorite expansion. So they got me by the balls, guys, but I'm not going to fall. I'm not going to falter. Who knows, maybe, if I have time, but I don't have time because I can't even make videos at regular intervals, so yeah, sucks to be me. Too many games, not enough time, too much cool. I'm too cool for school. Regardless, I'm talking again. Well, not about the game. Still, not much has happened since I started talking, so it's all okay. The monkey is now roaming to the bottom, going to go back. He is apparently going for a Trinity Force, so good on him. That'll make his Cyclone go even faster and his damage skyrocket even more. Oh, he actually didn't recall. He wanted some more farm. You bastard, making me tell lies. Janna going in and then probably going straight back away. A nice Monsoon again though, but the Void Spikes from Kha'Zix making it so that, oh my, Kha'Zix going a little bit too deep there. A nice Shockwave coming through as well, but it's not enough just yet. Rengar wanted to go hard, but instead he used an ability, so he doesn't even get the jump down. Wants to just go in auto attack mode, gets knocked up in the air, wants one final auto attack, and he just flashes instead. It's not over yet, as Wukong finally enters the fray, flashes away from everyone, the Cyclone not getting anyone, but hey, guess what? It's a Rengar, and you have him again. Nice grab onto Lucian, he wants to go hard, but doesn't have the damage to get the Ezreal. Almost had it though. Maybe if he went for Blitzcrank instead, he might have gotten it, but Blitzcrank is of course a little bit tankier than Ezreal is, so our opinions may differ. Rammus is still alive. I'm surprised to see, back in my, well, still, what I want to say is you have tons of different Janna players, different kinds of Janna players. You have the aggressive ganking Jannas, which is nice to see, but normally, well, most of the time anyway, maybe it's because I'm of a lower elo, you see Jannas who are more laid back. They just want to shield their AD carry and protect him and let the AD carry do all this stuff. This Janna is not like any other, well, some others. She just goes in and tries to make things happen, which is fun because Blitzcrank tries to do the same, but all in all, it's easier for a Blitzcrank to do than a Janna. Your Monsoon isn't really good for catching people off guard unless you're able to get behind them, which most of the time requires you to flash aggressively, which means you're in a bad spot. Jannas are very squishy, one of the squishiest champions in the game. Of course, they can shield themselves, but a shield is easily popped when you do not have the mana required to make it a big one. Regardless, blue team tries to do something here. Blitzcrank, however, wants to get the pull down, but the ball says no. Azrael is now in the fray as well as Kha'Zix, of course. He has been doing quite well this game, has 3 kills and 4 assists, which means he gave Wukong some. And that's a turret being destroyed by Ahri, who is now being a split pusher. Back in my day, Ahris were very great split pushers. They just leveled up Foxfire first, and then they just went haywire on people. Which might still be the case. Well, against a Rengar, you'll have to do a little bit better than that. But she still lives. Her ult is down, though. She still has... No, she used Flash, and she used Ignite as well. Rammus found himself a nice little monkey. His team is approaching, but the monkey is too fat. Oh, he's actually not going for his Trinity Falls yet. He still has the components for a Phage, but instead he thought, yeah, Tiamat, bruh. It is a very good item on Wukong, so I can't really blame him for not going for that one. All in all, Trinity Falls isn't all that bad either. But Tiamat with the Cyclone, it's yummy. And it's better for split pushing as well. Well, if Ahri is split pushing, then quite frankly, Wukong doesn't need to do it. But who cares? Let's just go all random, all mid the entire game. With, no, not a single split pusher. Of course, it's easy to do, because all you need to do as red team is land a hook, and the person will die. And that will mean that the turret will die as well. Well, if you brute force your way like that, then you might get into troubles, but Ram is unable to get close. Dodges the charm, though. But yeah, the poke from blue team's Azrael is just a little bit too big, apparently, even though they have a Janna for possible shields. It's not working out all that well. Let's get away these items. And look at Wukong's recall animation. It was beautiful. Blitzcrank going in for another pull. Misses though and has burned his flash for it. Ahri now getting caught and knocked up in the air. Wukong is able to run away though. The ball lands onto a fake Wukong, but a nice Wukong will not do anything at all. Wukong just goes back in for the kill. And then Azrael just going to clean up on aisle 3? Well, not really. 1 survives. Well, 2, because Rengar wasn't even there. Still, I thought that was a great ultimate from Janna. She knocked away Wukong instantly when he cycloned, but it just wasn't enough. You have Kha'Zix just jumping in after, you have the Ahri just jumping in after, and you have even Azrael who could jump in after. He did a very great true shot barrage, and now it's going to be a fight against a kitty cat. He has Ignite, he wants to get them all. He doesn't get them all. He gets 1 though, and he is happy for that. A shutdown for the Rengo. He's going to be pretty happy about that. He's going for the Sunfire Cape as well as a, well, Ravenous Hydra, of course. Wonder which one he'll complete first. He got some money out of that fight. He's only on 3 tooths though. Teeth. Nightspectre, the plural of toothed teeth. Daffy Duck style. He's not buying anything. Weird. He's sitting on... Wait, he must have just bought something, though. Maybe he bought it right after I watched what he was going to buy. I do like the fact he has Boots of Lucidity, though. One thing that I hate on Rengar is cooldowns, because you want to have your savagery stacks as fast as possible, and you just use it... savagery, I mean... It's the, well, you know, his stacks. Ferocity, yeah, that's the one. He wants to have his ferocity stacks as fast as possible, and the way to do it is just to spam abilities, and you can't do that if you don't have cooldown reduction. You can do it once, but then after that you'll need to wait like, what, 15 seconds for another battle roar and all that stuff. It's annoying. Oh, Ahri wants to go hard. It is a Janna though. She is great at disengaging. The charm lands, but so does the Rammus Powerball. And another great whirlwind. Well, the Cyclone is great as well, but I meant to say Shockwave, but it matters not. The Wukong is just too strong, giving double kills to his Azrael and his, well, Kha'Zix. So now Kha'Zix is being strong as well. Well, he already was. He was doing great this game. Ezreal was doing great as well, and he's a blue Ezreal, so there's no... Well, it's going to be harder for blue team to kite. I was going to say they have great kite with Janna and, well, Orianna, who can use her shockwave defensively. But other than that, that will be the game. So guys, I do hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry that the game didn't start at the 0-minute mark. I will try to get some games down, but I'm not making any promises. Other than that, I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Whatever it is I'll do, whenever it is I'll do it. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.